Hi, today I actually found something weird on Facebook. People complaining about their journeys. Watch the entire thing and see what you think. Good evening, everyone. Today we're going to talk about... I just saw this ridiculous article on Facebook about 19 complaints, really stupid complaints that people actually made when they were outside of the country. All the complaints. Let's see here. During my journey to Goa in India, I became disgusted that every restaurant serves curry. I don't like spicy food. When you come to India, one of the first things that you actually associate with India is actually a bit strong food. So I don't know even where it came from. Let's take a look at the next one. My fiance and I booked a room with 2 beds, but was placed in a room with a double bed. A queen size bed, I think it is, or king size, I don't remember. I now hold you responsible that I got pregnant, which wouldn't have happened if we got the room we booked, or yeah. So you mean if you had 2 separate beds, you wouldn't have been responsible for the fact that you might actually get pregnant? First of all, if you don't want to be pregnant like that, first thing that you should really do is not to get that stinking drunk. And the other stuff, you should probably not get that horny so that you end up in the same bed afterwards if you had 2 separate bed. But with just 1 bed for 2 people combined like that, you should really think about it. I think it's queen size bed, but anyway, I mean, it's not the hotel's fault, it's your fault. And the third one, we went to Spain and had problems with the taxi drivers since everyone was from Spain. I mean, what do you expect? What do you expect when you go to Spain and every taxi chauffeur is actually from Spain? What do you suspect when you actually go to Spain? I mean, come on, get some brain cells. Or I think I should probably get some, since I lose brain cells reading this shit. And the next one. We booked a vacation to the water park. But no one actually said that we had to bring our own bathing suits and towels. We took for granted that it was included in the price. So you actually wanted this to happen? You didn't think before you went to a water park that you might actually need bathing suits and towels? I mean, come on. Next one. This on the beach had way too much sand. We were forced to wash everything when we came back to the room. Why not just take the bathing suits or whatever you had to this? I mean, isn't it obvious that something like that would actually happen? I mean, number 5. Oh, we took number 5. Number 6. We thought that the sand would be as in the brochure. The sand looked a lot whiter out there, and in reality it was yellow. I mean, you gotta realize that in the brochure it might be a really much more different because of the lighting, or the brochure might be old. Mostly it's probably lightning and have everything there. Number 7. It's a bit lazy, or I don't know how to translate that. At the shops in Puerto Vallarta to close on the afternoons. I needed to buy things on the siesta. It should be illegal. Siesta, isn't that when you actually take a break and try to sleep? Because I know for a fact that in these kind of countries that it is really hot, people just try to take a break because of the sun. It might actually be way too hot for people to work, so they get a little bit tired. And this one, no one told us that there's fish in the water. Our kids got scared. Isn't that fish water? It's actually natural that there is fish in the water. I mean, come on, this is just plain stupid. And we have still 11 to go. That was number 8. In the brochure it said that the kitchen was fully loaded. There wasn't any eggs shredder or something like that, I don't know. I don't think kitchens in hotels doesn't mind. They do their job, serve you breakfast, food, whatever you want to eat. You can't blame that for that on the kitchen staff or the kitchen. I mean, seriously, people, you gotta wake up. Number 10. I probably have lost more than half my brain cells by this point. I thought you should actually have the food. The convenience stores would have real cookies. For example, gingerbread cookies. What am I now supposed to have to the afternoon coffee? In other countries, they might actually not celebrate Christmas as we do in the Western world, and and they probably have other cookies that's more related to their country. And for the coffee, because almost in every hotel that you might actually be in, they have complimentary tea and coffee. But this, that the stores doesn't have some gingerbread cookies, that's just plain stupid. Number 11. We're more than halfway done. And by the end of this, I probably will have lost all my brain cells. The roads are so lumpy that we couldn't read the guidebook on our way to the hotel. That made that we couldn't recognize. Wait a minute. It's already noticeable that my brain cells going everywhere, and it doesn't want to be inside my brain anymore. That made that we couldn't recognize things we had done, and that would have done our journey much funnier. First of all, what does the fact that the way to the hotel was a bit lumpy, so we couldn't do, so the trip would be funnier. The way to the road is probably the beginning of the journey or vacation you are doing. You have all the other days that you can actually plan on doing. Just take a brochure on the hotel, ask the hotel management what you can actually do for fun, but no. Their vacation was destroyed because of the lumps in the road. I mean, that's just plain ridiculous. On to number 12. Yeah. It took us 9 hours to fly from Jamaica to Africa. For Americans, it only took 3 hours to get home. It's unfair. Now, let us see. Distance from Jamaica to America. Let us see. It says that it is 2,771 kilometers, and now we take, let's just get into Google. Convert kilometers to miles. Damn it, wrong. There we go. Kilometers to mile. What did I say? I think it was 2,771, was it? Yeah. And convert. 1,721 miles and 12. It took 3 hours from Jamaica to England. My bad. From Jamaica to England. Distance is 7,484 kilometers. Yeah. And from Jamaica to England, from Jamaica to England, it took 3. For the Americans, it only took 3 hours to get home. It's unfair. First of all, 9 hours to fly from Jamaica to England. For the Americans, it took 3 hours to get home. It's unfair. I don't think that's right. If there's actually people that flies from Jamaica to England, it would probably be the same time. No, I'm not getting into this shit. The people there, they gotta be some kind of stupid. Another level of stupid, to be honest. On to number 13. I compared our 1-room apartment with our friend's 3 rooms apartment, and ours was significantly smaller. Sure, it can be 1 room's apartment, 3 rooms. Sure, the 1 room's apartment might actually be huge on the inside. Then the 3 rooms apartment. But ordinary when you look at this, it's probably makes sense that the 3 rooms apartment is way bigger. On to the next. In the brochure it said no hairdressers. We're 3 trainees hairdressers. Is it okay that we live on the hotel? Yeah, I think it's hairdresser parlors that they were talking about, not the hairdressers in itself. You're probably allowed there, but there's no hairdressers in there's probably not any hair parlors that can actually fix your hair. But moving on, I can't do this. It was a lot of Spaniards there. The receptionist talked Spanish and the food was Spanish. No one informed us that it would be so many foreigners there. They probably were in Spain and wrote this complaint, or in a Spanish-speaking country. But this is just insane. People doesn't think before they act. I mean, we were forced to stay outside to get to the boat, and there was no air conditioning there. Yeah, it's probably no air conditioning outside, because you're supposed to maybe enjoy the heat, the sun, to just be in the water. I don't know. If you're in the water, you probably get some kind of... You probably can cool down somehow, but this is just... We were outside to stand in line. We were forced to stand in line outside for the boats to come, and there's no air conditioning. If you have that philosophy, you probably shouldn't go to countries that the heat can go up a lot during the day. It's the vacation. It's the vacation guide's duty to inform about loudmouths or messy guests before the journey. And how do they know that there's people that's loud and just potting it down? How do they know if they don't get any information about it? That's just insane. And here's probably one of my favorites, number 18. I was bitten by a mosquito. It didn't say anything about the mosquitoes in the brochure. No. Not doing this. it shouldn't be allowed to be topless on the beach. It was very distracting for my man that wanted to take it easy. Okay, you probably were on a nudist beach that people pretty much are topless, or the women are topless, but if it distracted your man, then he's probably gotten a bit bored about you, and that's why he looks for other women. It's not distracting, it's probably the man that's really dumb, really dumb, and just look at all of this. But anyways, I mean, come on, you can't just complain about things like this. You gotta have a more brain cells than that. Otherwise, meh. Anyways, like, subscribe, and comment down below, and let me know if you want more content like this. Until next time, Fearless Mike out.